if things are just crazy out of hand, you're gonna have to manually make the gain even on all the vocals and stuff. But like, say if that's not so much the problem, you just need the leveling on a finer level, you're gonna have to put a compressor on there. You know what I'm saying? To glue together the performance, you know, of the dynamics and volume. Okay, so that's what a compressor does. It glues it together and brings it to some type of average point, average volume, so that you can like work with it. And so once you do that, once you find a compression for that, I like to use an EQ, you know what I'm saying, and cut away some of the low end, you know, that is competing with the music that ain't good for nothing, that make it sound like you recorded it at home. You want to take away the room, to take away the at-home sound, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like cut back the low end, you know what I'm saying? And that helps me to be able to do some of the more fancier stuff. What I would tell new sisters in production coming up is that you have to realize that your sensibility is unique to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't come out here looking at what men do and try to do what they do, because you're not a man. Only men do that. But we have something that's different too. You know what I'm saying? But in your womanness, you must have a love for percussion. You must not skimp out on your drum. You know, I don't know no thin drum shit. Make sure that people take you serious. You know what I mean? Pay attention to the details of your tracks. You know, don't come out here like, you know, even if it's experimental, have a trajectory. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're doing abstract rhythms, bring it together with something. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's a whole nother thing. But really, make other people's records. Make other people's records. If you're a female producer, be one. It's easier to do your own shit all the time. And it's a boon to you because you don't have to go chasing nobody's social circle. You can get your shit done. That's beautiful. But use that same place that you go to get your shit done for other people. Be open as a resource for other people. Okay? For other sisters, other brothers. You know what I mean? People who that you see that is really ain't getting their shot, you should be there for them. You should be thinking as your line of work being a certain form of community service, because you are serving your community with the music you provide, you know? Remember that this is a service industry, you know what I mean? And you got to pay your dues. You have got to work with the older cats. Work with the older cats, man. They be open. If it wasn't for the older cats, like me working with the older cats that's above me, I wouldn't be to this level right now. You know what I'm saying? I work with like cats that's in hip hop that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like people who have done incredible shit in hip hop. You know what I mean? Just because the whole relevant, don't follow those bandwagons. These people have experience and knowledge. They can relate to you and tell you exactly what your shit is lacking. And you got to be able to hear that from the older cats. Hook up with some older cats. That's for all producers though, you know what I'm saying? But I guess sisters, keep your head up, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a point where you get real good and they ain't ready. Everybody ain't ready for a sister to sound that good. They want her to be kind of light on the beats or, you know, kind of this, kind of that. They ain't ready for a sister to be like smashing the game. So when you get to the point where you're smashing the game, you have to learn how to be patient, how to have a resolve that's positive, and know that your treasure chest that you was gifted with before you was born, that beautiful little treasure chest of your destiny ain't got nobody's name on it but yours. So don't be trying to be enemies with everybody. Don't be trying to be competing with everybody. Do your shit. You know what I'm saying? Be happy for other people. Do your shit though. You know what I'm saying? Be inspired by what people do. and do your shit, you know what I mean? And I think that's the main thing, you know what I mean? Be yourself. Gender amplified is important because I think that it's just so wonderful to be able to find people who are like you. And I think that's the most important thing. If we know where each other are as women, if we can find each other, we can collab with each other. You know what I'm saying? You know where to find me, I know where to find you at. And so it creates a resource, you know? It builds a Rolodex for sisters who's serious. And I think that's really beautiful. I think it's important to be able to document folks that are really giving their all. I think it's very important. And then with the women producers, it's like, when I found out what it is that you was doing, I was like, oh my God, because I didn't know. I didn't even know. So like for me, I love it. I love it. It's something that we have to do because we can just be as prissy as we want and we can just do everything that we want to do and find each other as we do it. And I really appreciate you for coming to find me. You know what I'm saying? It's really a great feeling to know that, you know, to be somebody that you guys want to come to. Hey now, my name is Georgia Anne Muldrow, and you are watching Mix Sessions by Gender Amplified.